The happy hour is sponsored by Dr. Pepper, 23 flavors. One of them includes angel's blood. Mm. Oh, that feels good after hockey.
Chris.
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
1.
Hello world, hear the song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, bienvenue, welcome to the happy hour.
Welcome back, happy hour listeners. I regret to inform you, and reform you to what is happening in the world today. This past week has probably seen the worst events to ever happen to sports in the history of sport. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in the second round. The Bruins defeated by the Cats, which leaves now a second round matchup between the Cats and the Leafs. And God only knows what a potential match will be in the conference final. My name is David Auger. I'm at Glaucus123 on Twitter.com. Joined as always by Beth.
What up? I'm at HIVERHUIT on Twitter. And if you want to know where to find me anywhere else, just ask me on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm not that interesting.
I know Veronica's going on Blue Sky. I'm looking for a code for it.
I haven't gotten a code yet.
It's okay. You're a lady. You'll get one before me.
Just get some titties, Dave.
I know. If I had luscious titties, I'd be getting all sorts of social media codes. But alas, I don't. I have a negative A cup.
You're not concave. I have seen you shirtless.
Just straight up.
Just put cereal in there.
It reminds me of that South Park episode. Hey, welcome to Raisins.
I haven't seen that one. I'm sorry. I've seen like
There's
partials of multiple episodes of South Park.
there's an episode where Butters thinks one of the waitresses at Hooters is in love with him, so he like stalks her. But they don't call it Hooters in South Park because, you know, it's all like the kids in the class.
Yeah.
So they call it Raisins.
Oh gosh.
So good. Hey, welcome to Raisins.
That's terrible.
They are brilliant. We do not deserve them. Anyway, we are a Habs podcast with not a whole lot of Habs news to talk about. If you thought we didn't have news last week, let me tell you, we have even less this week. There are some prospects competing in the queue at the moment, and other junior leagues, of course. Of which I had mentioned last week that perhaps I'll take the time to look into it, but I did not. And frankly, I probably won't look into it this week either, because all the chatter is going to be about the draft lottery next week, Monday. So exactly a week from today. Oh my God. Dr. Pepper is so good after you do like an hour and a half of hockey.
I did not do an hour and a half of hockey today, but I was productive in other ways.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Good work. Oh yeah, we're the Happy Hour. At Happy Hour on Twitter.
Yeah.
Happy Hour Pod on Instagram, which has not been updated in some weeks. I blame myself. YouTube.com/happy hour, which is updated every week. And then and happyhour.com, the website that is updated whenever we add a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's where we are. The off season rolls on. You try to find news, and I mean, the first thing that comes up is Nick Suzuki's rap playlist,
Honestly, I am
which
really...
is presented by Econo Fitness, which is the fitness you want if you're on a budget. Economy.
I find a lot of the hockey player playlist really boring because it's always rapper country.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Paul Byron had himself a
Paul
heavy metal list
Byron-
for a bit.
Yes, Paul Byron puts out some good, but I mean, like he's basically unofficially retired, which is depressing.
Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. I guess that is rap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Post Malone.
I do like Post Malone.
Rockstar featuring 21 Savage. 21 Savage. Dua Lipa with Jack Harlow.
Yeah, that's been a thing. You have had to see Jess tweet about that.
Oh, at some point, I'm sure.
She definitely was tweeting about that a couple months ago.
Dude, there's 20 songs in this playlist.
That's not a long. Who has a 20-song playlist?
Nick Suzuki does.
You need to have like enough time to like go through like several emotional stages in a playlist. 20 songs.
There's a
is not
Linkin
long.
Park song in here. That's also. Oh, yeah. Oh, Numb. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's funny. In the article, they say, oh, well, the majority of the tracks on Suzuki's playlists have been released since 2017 when he was 6. Run This Town, 2009, by Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye West, and Numb Encore, 2004. Wow. By Jay-Z and Linkin Park. Bring us back to the aughts when Nick was just atom age, as in atomic. I thought that was funny. So, we got Nick Suzuki's rap playlist. 5 Canadian prospects set for the CHL semi-finals. Talking about Josh Waugh, Riley Kidney, Owen Beck, who we saw for a second, I think, in a Habs uniform this season for like perhaps 2 games. Jared Davidson.
I don't know who that is.
Davidson. I don't know. Oh, and then everyone's favorite player from the OHL, Logan Mailloux, who has a sterling record of perfect behavior all of his life.
Yeah.
As is noted on this podcast.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Oh, what are we doing? Montembeault couldn't be happier in Montreal. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, speaking of Montembeault, have you ever seen that video? It came out a couple years ago, but it was like this guy who like is trying to like fight the friend groups, like the kid of like the other people in the friend group.
Don't know.
And so somebody posted it early today, and they were like, "This looks like Sam Montembeault. Or, like this is Sam Montembeault right now, and it looks like him." I'll send it to you.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, we'll check it
is
out.
just funny. Everybody's like, "It's just a baby," and the guy's like, "No, he's looking at me funny. I'm gonna fight him."
Sounds like something I might enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's very.
And
it's
that
very-
is, yep, that's all
no,
the news.
Nick and Cole did that those videos for the NHL TikTok.
Incredible showing from Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield on the TikToks, as the kids call it these days. I thought it was actually pretty funny. They go over the rules of hockey, number one, in a very interesting way. You just, write a rule, or like an infraction, actually, like a penalty on a piece of paper, slap out on a wall. They rip it off, and like, this is what this is. So don't do that.
So the meme is,
funny.
if you've ever seen the show Dance Moms with Abby Lee Miller, it's the pyramid.
That's what it's from.
It's the pyramid, but they just didn't use the sound
Gotcha.
from the meme. But yeah, they were doing the pyramid.
They weren't doing Dance Moms for hockey penalties.
Well, I mean, they did the pyramid was every week on Dance Moms. Like you find out like who was like if you were at the top of the pyramid on Dance Moms, you got to have like the solo for that week or whatever.
Yes.
Because you were being the best.
Yeah. Is
and, like,
Dance
the little-
Moms, should that be called Dance Daughters instead?
It should be because it was more about the dancers themselves. But initially, I think it was about like the drama between like the dance teacher and the moms, because like the dance teacher was apparently like the best one, but she was also like a huge horrible person. Like she's in jail right now, or she was. I don't know if she still is, but she was like in prison for like fraud. But there was like a lot. She was a horrible person. Like I would not subject my child to being taught by her, like just because you think like, oh, like my kid's gonna be famous one day. I mean, like there was Maddie Ziegler who was like in the excuse me, Sia videos and whatever. But I don't know.
Wow,
What-
this is an
what-
old
what do you
article I
mean?
just dug up on
Oh,
Dance Moms Abby Lee Miller.
Yep.
Part of the reason that Abby was unavailable to film the show since she was serving time in prison.
Yeah.
Abby was indicted for fraud, as you said, and set a host of legal problems in motion. Before beginning her career in Dance Moms, Abby was going through a tough financial situation. In 2010 of September, she had filed for bankruptcy. She owed more than $400,000 in real estate taxes. What? When she was tapped to participate in Dance Moms, she began to make money. However, just after a few years later in 2015, she would be charged with trying to conceal her income from the show. Oh, income from the show. Like the show, the income she got from the show. Her bankruptcy reorganization plan was still in the process of getting approved. Oh, when the judge on the case happened to come across her show.
I mean, like it was on. It was on TLC.
Imagine showing up to court and being like, I don't have any income. And the guy's like, bitch,
Bitch, you're on TV.
I see you on my TV.
My wife watches that show or whatever. Or I watch that show.
Oh, when the IRS and FBI investigated how much money Abby was actually making, she was charged with 20 counts of bankruptcy fraud. Wow. She created secret bank accounts. Oh, she did this on purpose too.
Yep.
Oh, wow. And had friends travel with $120,000 in their suitcases. Oh my God. She hid $750,000 of income. Wow.
Yeah. Craziness.
Jesus.
But anyway, so
Yeah,
was
that's
one
not
of-
Habs, but I'm
that's
just,
one of the videos that Nick and Cole did.
if this did not happen, we may not have got those TikTok videos. So thank you, Abby
Yeah,
Lee Miller,
thank you,
for
Abby
your
Lee Miller.
bankruptcy fraud charges.
There's
Wow.
some crazy stuff that happened on that show. It was a lot.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on kids that happen to be ladies that just want to dance.
Oh, that's also where JoJo Siwa was from.
Yeah, okay,
she
that
got her
okay.
start.
Yeah, I'm starting to connect the dots now.
Yeah.
So it's called Dance Moms because it's all like, oh my God, these moms are so crazy. It's such a thing because I had a friend whose mother really did live her life vicariously through her daughter, and I thought it was the weirdest. I'm talking like when I was in high school, and I
Oh,
was like,
gosh.
you know, your mom's got to step back from the high school drama a bit. A pinch.
Just a pinch.
Yeah. You ever know a mom like that? Or even a father? Anybody?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure that there's somebody.
I wonder if it's more common in like sports.
I feel like all of my friends. I mean, like we played sports and well, not me, but my friends played sports and stuff. But their parents were more like just supportive.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Also, I don't know. I'm like my friends played like volleyball. I don't know if somebody's like, really going to be like living vicariously through indoor volleyball.
I don't know.
championships. I don't know.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know either. Anyway. Yeah, Jesus. So, yeah, not a whole lot of Habs news, but those TikToks are funny though. They're cool. I really like the one where Nick Suzuki teaches Cole how to make pasta, and
Yeah.
Cole pretty much all he talks about is what icing is.
Yeah, and he's just like looking at looking at Nick adoringly the whole time, like he always does. He's
It's
just like,
funny. It is funny because it's so deadpan too. I don't think they really cared to do this,
No.
but like I'm sure the social media guy was like, Nick, can you make pasta for Cole? And Cole, can you talk about icing? And they're both like, we're millionaires and we don't have to do this, but okay.
I like the one, I forget what they were talking about, but I like the one where they're on FaceTime talking about something, and then Nick's like, I gotta go. I have to go walk my cat.
I wish I was on this team because I would give him so much shit. Walk your cat.
I walk my cat. It's so
I-
you can go outside and not get run over or stolen,
No, I actually almost hit a cat on my way back home today.
even on purpose.
It scrambled out into the road. I was like, holy shit,
Okay.
cat. I missed it though, which is
That's
good. Wasn't aiming for it. Just
Yeah,
happened
like-
to come out of nowhere.
if you have a cat, if you start them, usually it's best if you start them young, like when they're kittens. But just get them used to like having a harness on and a leash.
Yep.
And then if you live in a place where you can't have your cat be an indoor outdoor cat, which having a cat be an indoor outdoor cat is bad for the environment.
Indoor and outdoor?
Well, I mean, having them be outside, like unsupervised, it's bad for the
Oh,
environment.
yeah,
it
because
kills
they're environmental terrorists.
Yeah, exactly. So but that way, if you have a cat trained to work on a leash, like especially if you live in an apartment like I do or like Nick Suzuki does, you can like take your cat outside and they can experience outside and get like enrichment and all this other stuff, and then they don't tear up your house as much,
Hmm.
and they're happy.
So
That's
how are they econo-terrorists?
They kill wildlife. They kill birds, bunnies, other rodents.
Sure, it's
Squirrels.
not going to upset the scales of the world.
There's like a thing about it. I don't.
Like one thing that would be like those bunny farmers in Australia, and the bunnies literally changed the landscape of the ecosystem down there because they bred to the millions and it got out of control. Cats killing a few birds.
There's a where is this paper from?
I mean, unless
I'm
the
trying-
cats start like taking down like bears.
What is PubMed Central? I don't know what this organization is, but there's our papers and stuff about having outdoor cats are a problem, and they have caused local extinctions of species. They've also exterminated species endemic to islands and have become an issue to a variety of ecosystems.
Islands, different thing. Like northeast, upstate New York, I'm like, I think we're pretty stable here. I mean, we got bobcats too, so that's like another thing. I'm more worried about like a bobcat or coyote getting a cat up here than cats actually doing damage. But it's the circle of
I'm
life.
also not an ecologist, so
Yeah, we are also not experts on
we're not
this.
experts, yeah. Anyway, walking cats is good on leashes. It's good for them. It's healthy.
Mm.
They get
Weird.
enrichment. Enrichment is good for their happiness. And then if your cat is happy, then you're more likely to be happy.
Well, oh wow, that is funny. Freaking. That does look like Sam Montembeau.
Right?
That's so close. Oh my god. I actually don't remember that video though. Interesting.
It's from like I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have anything Habs related, but I have something hockey and anime related that I don't know if you've heard about this week.
Oh yeah, may as well. Oh my god, yeah, fucking Jacob Trouba. What a piece of shit he is.
What did he do now?
He just absolutely annihilated a Devils player, like shoulder to head, absolute blistering contact, not at all clean.
Oh,
Like not at all clean. Like who's
This
number
is- this
96
is a
here that
really
just got murdered?
depressing and boring game 7. This is like a cheese sandwich from Subway.
Meyer. Yeah, he pretty much laid out.
Timo Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer like he was a. Oh my god, what a fucking piece of shit. Frankly, I
so-
hope the Rangers lose just because of the Rangers fans that were at the beer garden the other night, and they got like the Rangers won, and a half hour later they got kicked out because they were just being douchebags. Now I get it; they're kids, they're happy their team won, but they were so just out of their minds about it. I was like, what the fuck, man. Anyway,
People be crazy.
you mentioned anime and hockey. Please
Yes.
continue.
So the current, I think, starting goaltender for the New Jersey Devils is his name is Akira Schmidt, and
Yes.
his parents are probably weebs of some sort, or at least anime appreciators, because his brother's name is Krillin.
Oh no, that makes me hate their parents a lot then. Honestly. So, okay. The stretch there. I was really wondering about the name Akira Schmidt. For starters, Schmidt.
It's
For
about the
seconds,
team.
Akira.
And they're
And
from Sweden or Switzerland. Excuse me, Switzerland.
they are not at all Asian looking. Not that you have to be. However, I walk into a taco joint and it's ran by Italians. I say, didn't expect that. I'm sure it's very nice. It's just not the bias I have
Okay,
built
but I mean,
into
I
my
feel like
mind.
Italian tacos would probably be really good.
Now, granted, walk into, you know, an Italian place ran by a bunch of Mexicans, I say, oh, didn't expect this either. I'm sure the food's very good. Just saying. But yeah, Italian tacos do sound very good. Need some hybrid restaurants out here. So let's see here. So the stress that they're talking about there, Krillin, of course, for any anime aficionado here, is one of the major characters in the Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. I guess you could throw in Dragon Ball GT as well. He's one of the characters that is a often either a rival, early on a rival, but then more often a sidekick to the main character, Goku, as they say. So that's Krillin. Akira, there's a popular graphic novel, manga, you could say, over in Japan, but also a very violent animated anime movie adaptation of that manga. Granted, Akira is the anime as I would say something like, how to make the proper connection here. What could it be? Oh, I don't know. I was going to say like any Quentin Tarantino film, but like, nah, it's not quite it. I'm thinking more sci-fi. Because it's just it's such a mind-blowing.
Yeah, but what about like the anime part of Kill Bill?
Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, I get that too, and that was also very interesting, good because it was quite unique. But no, Akira. The reason why Akira, the film, you know, the animated film, was so striking was because they had to create something in the order of like 400 new colors just to get like the right, you know, feeling out on some of the scenes, because it's a very technical animated movie. Like, this was before computer animation. This was like hand drawn stuff. So if you want to see like a masterpiece hand drawn animated movie at some point that's not Disney, Akira really pushes the envelope of what you could do by frame drawing.
80s?
What's that?
Is it from the 80s?
Akira might be a 91 or 92 film. I mean,
I've never seen it. I've heard of it, and I've heard it's like
1988.
It's really intense. I just haven't ever watched it.
It's one of those. It's one of those films that you should see because it is fucking wild. Like, it's up there with like I'm trying to think of other animated movies, like anime movies that are good to see. Like, this isn't a Studio Ghibli movie. No. This is violent. This is political. This is long too. Yeah, what a crazy freaking movie. Oh yeah, and the movie's also set in 2019. That's funny.
I think that's why when I heard about it, because people were like, "Oh, it's time for this stuff in Akira." When 2019 happened. So apparently, the Schmidt parents, they both did karate intensively.
They're a bunch of weebs.
The husband used to run a karate studio and still does karate trainings. They're both fascinated by Japan. Oh, Akira is the author. They got Akira from the author of the Dragon Ball series,
Akira Toriyama.
Which the dad reads in French or read in French at the time, and that's how they came up with Akira.
Okay, so they're more wholesome weebs than like the diehard weebs. Then okay, that's nice, because the manga is hilarious. Honestly, like if you want to read a manga, like a starter manga, it's like a comic book. It's so ridiculous and funny, and it is very, very good.
I'll post a link to the article. I believe it's in Swiss.
Okay, yeah, Swiss, yeah.
But somebody translated parts of it, and Google will translate it for you, because it's nice like that sometimes. So I'll post a link to the article below the links on our tweet.
Yeah, we'll get that all settled in.
The episode. There we go.
Yeah,
that's a fun thing. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. Kids not have, but also but is he in net tonight? Actually, I'm going to.
He is in net tonight. Yes.
Yeah, because I think he has
He currently has a shutout.
He's playing very well.
Yeah.
I'll put it like that.
I mean,
but
there's 6 minutes left. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, this series between the Rangers and the Devils, it was the Rangers. It's the Rangers series to lose right now, and they're making a case for it. But yeah, a shorthanded goal by Michael McLeod, or McLeod. Followed by Thomas Tatar.
Thomas Tatar.
Fucking Thomas Tatar. I miss him. God damn it. Makes it 2-0 Jersey right now. Interesting. Wow, that's a man. Woo, that's gonna be crazy. We'll talk more about some hockey stuff in a second, but I wanted to get back to Akira the film
Oh yeah.
for a moment. Only to say, just according to Wiki, and I believe this is the case, Akira has been cited as a masterpiece and is widely regarded by audiences and critics as one of the greatest films ever made. Not just animated, but film in general. Especially, okay, now asterisk, especially in the field of animation and in the action and science fiction genres. It is regarded as a landmark in Japanese animation, widely considered one of the most influential and iconic anime films ever made. It is also a pivotal film in the cyberpunk genre, particularly the Japanese cyberpunk subgenre, as well as adult animation. When they say adult animation, I wonder if they mean
They don't
okay,
mean
not
porn.
like sexually adult, just like adult themes and stuff.
Like Bob's Burgers or The Simpsons.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Family Guy or
Mhm.
South Park.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. An iconic motorcycle maneuver from the film known as the Akira slide has been widely referenced and homaged in many works of animation, film, and television. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I remember, like, whenever I think of Akira, I always think of like the opening 10 minutes of the movie, which is like a motorcycle chase, and it's bonkers. It's just so unique and cool looking. But yeah, what a piece of work that is. Good for him. Trying to look at the see if the director of the film did any other films. Nothing anybody would have heard of. Nope. Roshan Z Metropolis, maybe. And Steam Boy. Yeah, no, I'd have to. Oh, that's all that stuff. Anyway, so the playoffs. The Bruins choking. That was my surprise. Like, I get it. I get it. President's Trophy, you're going to lose. But that team was such a well-oiled machine up until they faced the Florida Panthers 7 times. Blew my mind. Now, granted, them losing now does not make them the greatest hockey team ever assembled. Because, you know, the Habs did it in 78, but they also won the Cup. And they did it by sweeping the Bruins that time. Either 77 or 78, I think it was. So the record still stands. Too bad, so sad.
I don't know. It was just it was annoying. I feel like I don't know. I'm just it's the whole like I'm not mad, I'm disappointed thing, I guess. Like they had multiple opportunities. They had a 3-1 lead. They had multiple opportunities.
It was 3-1.
To advance, to close it out, and I don't know what happened with them. And apparently Linus Ullmark has been playing with like an amputated leg or something.
Yeah. What was the deal? Like, I don't follow the Bruins beat at all, but Ullmark, not having him for the playoffs, like that's a huge
Well, I mean, he was playing, but he wasn't doing great. And then people are like upset that they didn't switch to like Jeremy Swayman sooner.
Yeah.
And whatever. And like I think Swayman was in last night. I don't know exactly which games he played, but I know he was in last night, and like he was like crying.
Devils scored again.
Room. Yeah, Eric Holla.
Wow. Eric Holla!
Holla at your boy.
Was that an empty netter? No.
No.
That was a legit goal. Jesus, that's it. I am so glad the Rangers are losing because, again, those guys at the beer garden were just obnoxious. So I hope that they're crying, swearing at their mothers.
This is what they get for trading for Patrick Kane.
Yeah, honestly, that's another thing. Where the fuck are Kane and Panarin? Oh my God.
Bro. So listen,
Panarin.
the Rangers are like my metric. They're like my second team.
Yeah.
And on Rangers Twitter, there are so many like witchy crystal girlies that are Rangers fans.
What's a crystal burly?
Girly, the
Oh.
G. girly, like all like the like manifestation, like crystals, naturals,
Did
whatever.
you ever see the guy on either TikTok or Reels? He's like, I owe thousands of dollars in debt, but I have found out what I can do. I can pay it off with manifestation. And he's just walking around with like some fucking weird helmet in his hands, and he's like, with manifestation, all my problems are gonna go away.
TikTok drive me nuts.
Just
But no, but it's
walking
like-
down the street, just. Oh my god, I love that guy. Anyway,
But
sorry.
it's like literally all of these Rangers fans, they're all of these like karma, like crystal girlies. And wait, you should have seen the scene when Patrick Kane got traded. Like everybody was like, this is gonna fuck us over, like this is gonna ruin us. Like the bad karma that they just brought in. Yes.
Whoa.
And they're fucking right. Like they got Patrick Kane and for fucking what? His production was shit.
Oh my god,
The
yeah.
entire time that he has been with the team. Somebody said earlier tonight that he was playing tonight, that like it was a February game in United Center against the fucking Arizona Coyotes instead of a game 7 in the playoffs.
Right. Wow.
Like he looks like somebody took Hayden Christensen and washed him on hot water with bleach and then wrung him out like in their hands.
Jesus.
Like like I don't know if he's a reanimated corpse or what, but like he does not look good, both like objectively, like as a person, but then like in the hockey game, like what is happening?
The leading points getter for the Rangers in this playoff so far is Chris Kreider, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points in 6 games. And then Adam Fox. See, okay, wait, let me filter this down actually. Cause yeah, I mean, I thought like if there was I figured that New York would. I didn't like I always said, Jersey is my dark horse in the playoffs. Right now, the Cinderella story though are the Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, but
also we haven't talked about the Kraken yet either.
yeah, that's true too. That is especially beating Colorado. Hello.
Colorado.
Yeah, no, that's a good
you didn't-
point.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say in the East, even with the Kraken, I'd even say that the Devils are still the dark horse, though, because they're the younger team.
Yeah.
They don't have a goalie.
Imagine if it somehow ends up being like Kraken Devils. Or Kraken Panther. Or either one. Kraken
Yeah,
Devil.
Exactly, right?
Better not be
The
fucking Kraken
8
Panther.
seeds. Well, I don't know. Kraken
Yeah.
were actually kind of decent, right? In the standings. I don't know how they
I
seeded.
don't know. Yeah, hold on, let's find out. I don't know how they did either. Let's see where the fucking standings.
What?
What?
I'm looking at the Rangers playoff points right now.
Kraken were first wild card.
Okay, so yeah, they not squeak in, but yeah, so they weren't necessarily good. But Panarin has 2 points in the whole
Panarin?
playoffs?
Panarin I've seen more of the guy wearing the bread head thing at Rangers games than I saw Panarin.
Okay. Kane has 6 points in 6 games, which is like, okay, cool, but like
He's had like I think maybe 2 goals, but just as a
a
whole,
goal
like,
and
not-
and like 5 assists, but like
Yeah.
man, in Tarasenko too. Zibanejad, man, they got players on that team, and man, oh man,
Yeah, I don't know what's been up with Zibanejad. Like he's had a lot of assists and stuff, but I think he only had like 1 or 2 goals.
yeah.
during the series.
Lafreniere, 0 points.
Yeah,
Wow,
I don't know what's going on.
man, that's so wild. Just looking at this though, like, okay, I'm not expecting game-breaking stuff here. Chris Kreider, like, to me, is an outlier. More than a point per game. The guy's a player. I get it. But that's what I expect Kane to do. That's what I expect Panarin to do. Especially what they're paying these freaking guys. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Woo. Anyways, our half hour's up.
The Rangers are done.
Yeah, they're done. Like, officially now?
I think
It
have,
is
like,
4-0. Jesper
4,
Bratt.
Oh God, they have two and a half minutes left.
I mean,
They're not
crazier
playing
things have happened.
That's true. That's true.
I always
Um,
remember. the fucking the Sharks
Yeah.
4 goals in 4 minutes against
Yeah.
the freaking Knights in that one playoff. Wasn't that the COVID playoff, I think? They had like there was a major penalty
Yeah.
and
yeah.
they just cashed it in. Just
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. Oh my god. I mean, you
Um,
can blame the call all you want, or
or you can just
you can play some
the
defense.
game. Exactly. I think I'm going to root for the Kraken.
That's fair.
I think I'm rooting for the Kraken. I did like they did a cool graphic on Instagram. And it was like we've summited the mountain and now we're setting our sights on the skies because their next opponent is Dallas Stars.
Nice.
And it looks like kind of like one of those it looks like I think it's a lithograph is the correct word, but it also looks kind of like one like those old school like star maps like that sailors would use when navigating by the sky. Their social media is really good. If you're not following them on TikTok or Instagram, I highly recommend it if you are into following other sports teams.
And also just liking humanity for all of that it's worth.
Yeah,
Kraken are very good
they-
at that as well.
they have just really a really good everything going on, and JT Brown is there. I mean,
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
win.
exactly.
be man.
Isn't that the guy with the wife?
Lexi, yes,
Yes.
she's a doctor.
Wife.
She's also a goalie.
Oh yeah, Dr. Wife, right.
She's a doctor. She's a goalie. They're both really cool humans, and they're raising a couple of really cool humans. Like she took her like 6-year-old daughter to see Paramore. I'm like super jealous.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, yep. Then it's official right now. Tony X,
Yeah.
Soul City. Tony X, guy's a prophet.
Yeah.
Patrick Kane fucked up the vibes. I'm blaming him.
Oh, it's for sure.
It's
for sure
official.
Patrick-
It's official.
Patrick Kane.
You don't need to be a crystal person for this.
Tony X is probably a crystal guy.
No, he's just a genius.
You never know. He might have some. He might have a couple quartz towers on his like nightstand or something.
Oh my god.
Also, speaking of Tony X, I love how like everybody was like super worried about Emily Kaplan at the beginning of the game. It's just,
Oh
like,
yeah, we met her.
how like little things like bring us all together.
Mm-hmm.
Emily Kaplan is a gem.
Oh my god, she was so great. Sarah McLean's for the draft in Montreal, and she was super nice,
Absolutely
super sweet.
gorgeous and
Oh, yeah.
wonderful.
Quite short.
Yeah.
I could
She's
pick her up and
she's
throw her out
she's
a window.
Little lady.
She is a little lady. I could just be like, "Hey, whoop, see you later."
But we will not throw.
No,
Emily.
unless
she
requested. Like if the
Unless-
building's burning down, she's going
Yeah.
out the first window.
Exactly. She's the first one. Emily Kaplan, and then other women and children.
Somebody clip this and send it to her, please. We have her best interest in heart. But I'm just
We
saying,
love Emily Kaplan.
building's
Also,
on fire, throwing her out the window.
Before we go, we have to mention Snoop Dogg is now part of a conglomerate or group or whatever that is bidding on the Ottawa Senators. So now it is Snoop Dogg versus Ryan Reynolds for the Ottawa fucking Senators.
It's like the worst prize in hockey. Sorry, Senators fans, but it's like it's such a. You guys are really, really going to bat for this? I mean, come on now. Ugh.
And then, but just imagine Brian 5 or 6 meeting Snoop Dogg.
God. Oh God, I want it. All right, but that's it. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Draft lottery is
Draft
next
lottery is
week.
next
That's actually
week.
going to be really interesting to see what happens with the Habs. They can get first or drop to 7th,
Yes.
and there it is.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. No problem.
It'll be fine.
Oh my God, yeah. Now it's coming in. Getting Tarasenko and Kane just for this. Oof. Oof.
Ridiculous.
Wow. All right. And the Iron Sheik tweets, in very short order, go fuck yourself. Excellent. Love that guy. All right, that's it. Okay. Good job, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. Talk to you all next week. Goodbye.